I'm just waiting for the players. What's up, guys? We're live. PSL is here. Semifinals. And we have here our two players and Mizel. How you guys doing?
Uh, all good, all good.
Good. We're all ready,
What's up,
right?
guys?
So pretty exciting. We're gonna have a chat with them before we get going, of course. Um,
Of course.
for all that, let us go talk to the players here before we start this match. Let's start first with you, Nuks. How you doing?
Hello. Yeah.
Yes. How
I'm doing good.
you're good. Now, what's your thought process for this matchup? With EnDerr, what are your thoughts that you knew you were gonna face him? What were your thoughts, and any messages for him and his fans? You have fans too, by the way.
I'll just play what I play usually, and hopefully I can take him down this time.
Got it. So not
Okay,
not a whole lot of words for Nux. Now let's chat with EnDerr. EnDerr, you're obviously a favorite on this matchup, but we've seen him do upsets, and you respect your opponent. You got any message for him and your fans?
I hope Nox go easy on me, and hello for the fans.
There you go. That's the message for him. All right. So that's all we're gonna get out of these guys. I don't think we're gonna get too many words. So let us mute them and server deafen them. We'll start talking about the matchup before we start. Let's do that. So Mizel, when
Yes.
obviously they're server deafened and muted. What do you think is gonna happen here? I mean, this is obviously EnDerr's favored. He's a world-class player, but we've seen him lose at least once to Nux, and it's a ZVZ, so good things happen, right? What are your thoughts?
Well, I've seen Nux beat EnDerr before, so let's see if that will happen again. Like small errors of EnDerr, like missing to tech up and stuff. I mean, we'll see. I'm excited to see what Nux will be doing tonight.
Yeah, and what we're gonna look at real quick are the map selection we have so far. And you guys can see this is a best of 5, so these are the maps were selected. Start off with Jagannatha, right?
Yep.
And Lightshade, then Oxide, and then if we have games 4 and 5, it'll be on Pillars of Gold and Romanticide. So I think we're ready to get started. These guys are very eager. Let us hide our cams now and just show the players. There you go. Alright, looks like started here now. We're loading up for our big match.
It's a ZVZ.
That's right. This is a
Zerg versus Zerg.
and welcome everybody. This is the semi-finals.
Storm StarCraft League Season 2.
And it's ZVZ, so it's gonna be very, very fast. Right? It's likely not gonna be super long games. But it's definitely going to be very, very fast. Alright. In the bottom left, we all know him. He is the favorite.
EnDerr.
And on the top right of Juggernaut, the red Zerg from Team Genesis Gaming, he is
Nuks.
Alright, guys.
Alright.
Let's see here. No pool. So, we've seen EnDerr do pool first in every game this PSL season, including the playoffs. It looks like he is going to drone, and then he may actually, he's gonna get a hatch first. Gonna hatch first. Yeah, it's time to go back to standard now, as the competition gets better. You know what I mean? You don't want to give up. You don't want to give up your, the mining advantage to the opponent if you go pool first,
Mm-hmm.
right? So both of them do the same thing with a faster
Yeah,
gas for EnDerr, but not that much faster. Pretty much the same build for them.
Yeah. And there is just ahead of like a few seconds.
Yeah, inconsequential right now. That doesn't matter at all.
Consequential.
So here you go. What are we gonna see from these guys? The aggression will probably start as soon as
Mm.
one of them decide that they don't want to go roach or something. I'm thinking, from what I've seen, Nuks is more of a roach player, but who knows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the aggression will start once one of them pulls the trigger, and of course the other guy has to defend and then maybe counterattack. But I'm thinking, okay, there's a few
Oh.
lings here now for Nuks.
Uh,
Nothing significant. The link speed, they're not skipping link speed to go faster roach, faster layer or something. But
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
ZVZ is a tricky matchup. If you don't play it, you may not understand all the nuances in there. One nuance here is EnDerr only has one guy on mining gas, but Nux has two, and he takes his third base. EnDerr is a little bit later on the third,
Mhm.
but he has two guys mining gas, so maybe he'll go faster roach or something. Or there you go, there's the Baneling Nest,
mainly.
which is
Okay.
still standard. Maybe he'll pull the trigger
Scout.
and be very aggressive with the Banes. Oh, did he just
Right.
lose a ling? I mean,
Yeah.
he
two-
lost a
two lanes.
worker. He lost a worker,
Okay.
so that's unusual for EnDerr to just be a little late on that. There is a Baneling Nest which EnDerr does not see, but he is making his Baneling Nest now. It's actually pretty late, but he is making a lot of lings.
Yeah.
So
16.
yeah, it's a lot of lings. He's pushing off the Overlord, which sees some lings come up, but he doesn't know it's actually two sets. Baneling Nest is here. He's gonna try to make a wall. He's not sure how all in EnDerr is. He won't.
EnDerr
He
is,
can't really cancel this in time because he doesn't know. So he may lose this. Let's see how he defends this. A lot of lings. There's plenty of Banelings here though, and with the
Bane it.
queens.
Oh.
With the queens, he will save it too. So Banelings and queens. But behind that, EnDerr takes the worker lead.
Yep. He's going around trying to enter his base and going to scout.
No
Sees,
lair.
attack. Yeah, no lair.
No lair. So this is pretty normal so far. A later Evo for EnDerr, and he's gonna go Roach Warren.
Mhm.
So same thing with Nuks. So it's pretty much similar for them, although EnDerr has more workers. He forces
Correct.
Nuks to make a lot of lings though. And
Right.
here's the big fight. Oh, it takes a bad hit
Ooh, what a
there.
big hit.
So gives
Loses
up
how
quite a
much?
few lings on that.
That's 20.
And here comes more. You may actually get this queen, which is a nice pick off.
Nuks.
Not bad for Nux for sure. Queen. Worker counts even now. And gonna settle a little bit here. Still no lair for Nux, but EnDerr started his already.
Yeah, but Nux also is creating 4 Ravagers. I mean 4 Roaches. So he stacked up faster than EnDerr.
And that's not very minor. That's not gonna mean much. If he actually pushes, that's what really matters. So here you go. So what EnDerr's
Good scouting.
doing, yeah, EnDerr's making his own roaches, and EnDerr also scouts again. It's like, what? You don't have a lair yet? You finally start your lair. It's very late compared to mine. EnDerr's lair is about to finish. This means EnDerr can have roaches that can move around and attack and back off, etc.
Right.
He's gonna catch this Overlord by Nux, who, uncharacteristically Gives a free overlord there.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, EnDerr may lose his own overlord to even things out.
Uh-huh. It's
Blow for blow so far.
right.
EnDerr
Here we
has
go.
the worker lead, but Nuks has a bigger army for now. There's no protection here on the right side set of lings. Well, now the lings are here, so
Here we
okay.
go.
Fine. In the middle, looks like Nuks is committing to a big attack. All the roaches. So there you go, guys. This is gonna determine this match.
Mhm.
If Nuks attack, look, so Nuks doesn't even have roach speed. So these guys can't run away from EnDerr's lings, Ender roaches. But actually, he's faking it. He's backing off now.
Mhm.
So he just wanted to force a reaction. EnDerr knows he's safe. He actually still made workers despite that. So he has the worker
Spire.
lead. Yeah, Nux is transitioning to Spire after these roaches. And EnDerr with the worker lead, the army lead so far too. And he even has the upgrade lead for the roaches. These roaches are fast.
Mhm. And there spots the Spire with his Overseer.
Okay, well, there you go. He spots
knows.
it. It's gonna respot it. Like, oh, okay, I see.
And watch it.
And watch
Ravagers
it.
will become.
See if it see if it's canceled. His overseer is gonna go down.
Yeah.
Ravagers are here to pressure a little bit. And there's gonna pressure a little bit. He's going Hydra behind this. Hydralist Den, so he's just gonna concede the air.
Okay.
A run by EnDerr does kill a queen. And a big fight down here too. The mutas aren't out yet. And EnDerr has a bigger army here. Takes one of his biles, but he has a bigger army on the left side. Nux better take this seriously.
Oh,
And
no.
Nux's roaches are slow.
Not in position.
EnDerr has a big army here. It's gonna do a lot of damage. There is no muta. There are no mutas coming out. Just slow roaches. And he's gonna get caught. He loses quite a bit of roaches here.
Those spines as well. The
And he's gonna
Overlord.
try. Yeah, he's gonna try to get. He cancels the upgrade. Real good trades for EnDerr so far. Although Nux has more workers, he does survive too. EnDerr backs off a little bit. Wants to kill that Overlord. Misses it. And these Ravagers are getting caught. But a run by on the right side of Lings. Lots of action. No mutas still. Because Nux doesn't decide to use them. Oh, there's the mutas. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But that's not a lot of mutalists. That's just 4 to kill Overlords and provide support. But 6 more are coming, so that's worth a bit more. Pretty good game so far for Nux. He's really toe to toe with EnDerr here. No distinct advantage anymore. Right? In fact, he has the worker lead. Although EnDerr has the bigger army. EnDerr's gonna push now on the right side. There are mutas here. So no matter what EnDerr does here, he won't trade as well. But he does have the Hydras.
Yeah.
He backs
plus
off.
The Carapace upgrades.
He backs off because he has the Ling run by.
Oh.
And he kills 11 workers with the Ling run by. EnDerr is very active, guys. Just like that, the worker count is even. There are a lot of mutas on the field, which do clear out the Overlords.
61 to 61.
Yeah. And he is actually making lurkers also. So, I suppose... So, the lurkers, we'll see if this is defensive or he plans on pushing with them and going for the kill. Right? He's not actually over-defending. He just has 1 spore per base. Not too worried about these mutas, I guess. Nux does get an expansion to hopefully take the lead, and he's gonna push on the left side while EnDerr pushes on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna have to help
Oh.
out here. He does have
Yeah.
lurkers.
There's an overseer.
There's an overseer, but these lurkers means you cannot engage. The mutas are gonna do a lot of damage in EnDerr's. Well, maybe not even any. He's afraid of the spores. EnDerr takes care of one of the bases, and he's gonna keep pushing. I think you need your mutas back here because this is an unstoppable force. Actually, Nuks is just gonna use the mutas to trade a little bit, but this force by EnDerr is just gonna keep going. And he takes
EnDerr.
game 1. You know, we thought it was actually toe-to-toe, but with the timing, the lurker push timing, Nux's mutas weren't really useful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another couple things that happened there was EnDerr pushed in, caught Nux droning, had some good trades, but Nux recovered, and it was actually pretty even. In fact, some of the fights, Nux was probably gonna win because of the muta versus just roaches, and then EnDerr had enough roaches, I mean hydras,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got lurkers, and then he pushed to win with the lurkers. So game 1 goes to EnDerr.
Yeah, and Nux failed to get the +1 carapace at least for the early game.
Yeah, because
Which,
EnDerr did destroy that building, the Evo.
Yeah, the Evo.
Goes down. So this is Filipino battle here. Alright, we're gonna hop on to game 2, guys. On our matchup. This matchup is
Zerg versus Zerg.
welcome, guys. This is game 2. In the semifinals of
Storm StarCraft League Season 2.
in the bottom left from Genesis Gaming, the Zerg player that we know as
Nuks.
from the Philippines.
And from Team Liab Esports, the Blue Zerg, he is
EnDerr.
Also from the Philippines. A rare thing here with an open tournament.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see Solir face Nux because of a forfeit, but perhaps we can do a special show match for them. In any case, Nux moves on and he's going to face EnDerr. Both of them are going hatch first again. Now, EnDerr's playing, you know, overall safe by doing hatch first, to be honest. Because if he goes pool first and the other guy gets greedy and defends whatever he's trying to do, he's going to be ahead quite a bit, right? Because, you know, the production of 2 hatcheries that fast compared to yours behind. EnDerr also puts his pool down here. Yeah, right up front. Is ZVZ, guys, for the 2 Filipinos. So we're gonna, you know, this means we're gonna have a Filipino in the finals.
Yes. Ooh, tomorrow. Actually, the next game will be tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, tomorrow will be the Protoss versus Protoss. So that would be interesting because that's Bistork from Hong Kong versus Germany's for Jumi.
Right. Interesting players, but looks like the same openers for both of our players. Similar to the previous game. Pretty standard.
Looks like, you know, the thing is, on the last game, I think Nux really wanted to go Spire and make mutas earlier, but he was forced into making roaches so he doesn't die to that big roach attack. And then he really didn't get into his mute attack. So his Spire play really didn't pay off. He spent a lot of money on Spire. Right? And it didn't
Yeah.
pay off for him.
I'm not sure if he missed the roach speed. Or he did that on purpose. Just to get the Spire early.
Like, I think he just made roaches to fake a push, right? You know how you saw him? He made a
Yeah,
push
that was
of
bad.
roaches, and then he backed off. So he was... I don't think he meant to use the roaches at all. Right? So that's why he didn't want to waste money on roach speed. And the problem was, EnDerr forced him to use the roaches by defending, because he pushed him. But then he didn't even have roach speed, and he really wanted to go mutas. But EnDerr pushed with the roaches, and there's a lot of lings here. Actually, EnDerr's gonna drone behind this, so he's looking to force out lings, maybe cancel this guy. Nuks does make his own set of lings, and he's gonna counter instead. I think he's giving up this base, but he wants to take EnDerr's base. But this is a gamble because there's two queens here. He does have a Baneling here, but it's gone now. And I think he's gonna lose a base. That was not a good trade for Nuks. He took a gamble. He's like, I'm not gonna save my base. I'm gonna take your base. But that didn't pay off. EnDerr's defense worked out for him. Now EnDerr has a nice big lead. He has 3 hatcheries. That is huge in the Zerg world, guys. Those of you who don't understand how Zerg works, is ZVZ even more so.
Yeah. Well, that was 24 links against 16 of Nux's.
Yeah, that was not worth it for...
Exactly.
Didn't work out for him. And a little bit of clever micro here.
Oh.
He does force it to detonate. And he's
Okay,
gonna
we'll see
cancel this
another
again! Oh
cancel.
no, EnDerr! And he has other lings getting killed by the drones of by the banelings of EnDerr, and another 2. And look, Nuks is out of position. EnDerr.
But while this is happening, look at what's going to happen next. It's gonna be roaches. 11 roaches.
Yeah, I think he's in big trouble. The roaches will finish him off if he's not ready. He does lose a lot of the workers. And
Yes.
8 is a lot this early in the game, guys. And he lost his base twice already. This is gonna be a 3rd time if he doesn't clean this up. He does clean up, but not until after he loses the queen.
Yeah, but sees the problem now.
He sees the roaches, which I think EnDerr... I don't know. EnDerr may feel like he can kill him, so he may keep making them instead of droning. I mean, he already has the worker lead anyway, and just like that, he knows there's just like too far behind on that game. So DVZ, especially at this level too, you can kind of tell. If you're far behind. Now, this means Nuks is down to his last life, guys. We just started the cast. 25 minutes
This is
in. This is ZVZ, guys. This is what happens. So, you know, I think in hindsight, we could have done both semis tonight because 2 best of 7s is not that much, right?
Right.
So I think let's do this. Before we start with this one, we gotta take a quick break.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break. You can tell the players we're just taking a quick break. We'll be right back with more action after these messages from our events and...
Hello and welcome back to the SciStorm Esports Network. I'm your host, Chickaman, here to bring you your weekly esports news and highlights. We'll be covering major esports tournaments going on across the entire spectrum of games. First up on the list today is Valorant. Lots of VCT action this week as we head into the Challengers 2 finals for North America between Cloud9 Blue and the Sentinels, who would win with a clean 3-0 sweep. Strong heading into those regional finals.
What's Heaven, can it get done? Dapo for a couple of kills, and that might be it. 5 versus 2, Cloud9. That could be the tournament over.
Tens will fall though. Mitch trying to keep the play alive. It's Zoms and Dapper working together. Aftershock will push them out. Zeta gonna be good for 2. This would be a 1v3 for him, but not gonna happen. Bulls on parade. 6 finds the final kill. Sentinels in 3 maps are your champions of Challengers number 2.
Korea finished up their group stage for their regional finals, cementing the 8 teams in the playoffs. PNL Esports notably only losing 26 rounds, winning twice that amount to have the best record going into the round of 8.
Open things up, pull the Tarkus back. Kelly gets flashed. 1v2 for Texture.
Texture comes out, gets Europa. Anyone's game now. Oh, takes out Godlike, and they go up 7-5. That was awesome.
7-5?
What? That was one of the best rounds, like.
The EMEA region, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, began their group stage. So far, BBL Esports and Futbolist have been eliminated. There are still opportunities for any of the rest of the teams to make it into the playoffs. Brazil, close to finishing their Challengers 3 bracket as 2 teams, Slick and In Gaming Esports, qualified for the regional finals, with 4 teams left to battle it out for the final 2 spots. That's all for Valorant Champions Tour this week. Go check out what League of Legends has in store for us. From the European Masters Spring 2021, we had 4 groups play to get into the knockout stage with 8 teams: UCAM Esports Club, Makers, Carmine Corp, SupUp Esports, Misfits Premier, BTXL, BIG, and Mouse Sports, battling it out this coming week in the top 8.
To jump onto Crest, but Koldo's in the area as well, gets the lockdown as the minions are going to block from any spear potentials. The Sky Splitter's been used and Priker's coming in. He's got himself the Attract and Repel stun to lock him down, as now Watchan has to flash away as the Zap will ping him in the bum as he walks out of this one. And just doesn't want to go near the tower. Renekton Nidalee, like we said, really, really horrible to play into. But now that he's got himself a new deer, the bear slaps, the flicks, the fear beyond death, and that is a crocodile gobbled up by Doxy.
Down and now, Anna want to keep the pace going. Kaskos there underneath the tower. This will be a second charge at minimum. As Loki moves in and dominant, he doesn't want to let Kaskos defend unanswered. In with the killer instinct, the knock-up is there, and Kaskos is eliminated.
But he just comes over the wall. That's leader into the fight. The railgun's been popped, and it's already a 2-for-1, a 3-for-1 in favor of Mouse. Sebex, like you said, he's fed, but he's not fed enough, and Leader's just going to slide in with the Shuriken flip. Durkin can't even do the damage as Leader will look to close this one out. Sebex able to survive for a very long time as Leader will use the stopwatch to survive. Pride Stalker tanking the tower for his mid laner. 22 kills to 4 right now, and Mouse may just have done it. They may just have closed out this game and closed out Group C with a win.
Meanwhile, in the League Championship Series, the finals of the Academy Proving Grounds saw No Org take down C9 Academy in the finals 3-1. Now let's dive on into some Counter-Strike, where there are 5 different events to cover this week. Starting with the Spring Sweet Spring, where they finished up the regional Swiss stage. K23 and Skade coming out on top there, and now they're going to move on to the main Swiss stage.
Side get taken down one at a time, but now out towards the A bombs over Social is the last line of defense, and now 1 more for him. Now Nada watch how it's going to be an absolute dunk on the T side. Now low players, but it's HP. It doesn't matter if the order in his head is 1 man remains and not.
Loot Bet League began their 9th season.
Okay, sorry for the abrupt stop to that, but we're back now with EnDerr and Nuks. We're hopping on into the 3rd map, which is Oxide. So let's make sure the players are server deafened and muted. Get this going again. Once you tell me to go ahead, we can get started with the cams here. So
Okay.
but
EnDerr?
All right. This is game 3, guys. That server definitely mute them.
Got it.
And we're good to go. Game 3, guys. Could this be it? Nuks needs to win to extend another chance.
Yeah.
Needs it. Here it is.
Oops. I think he.
Zerg
Oh,
versus Zerg.
let me invite.
Yeah, looks like we have
Oh,
to
I think he
reload
got
that a little bit.
connected. Yeah. Okay, there he is. He's back. Race check. Okay, race check EnDerr. Hi EnDerr. Let's check your race. Switch your race to Zerg. Okay, there we go. Alright.
Alright, guys, we're gonna load now into Oxide for game 3. Welcome once again. It's game 3, semi-finals of
Sidestorm StarCraft League Season 2.
Right.
He is the underdog, looking to take a win so he can push this to a game 4 from Genesis Gaming.
Nuks.
And Philippines #1 player for StarCraft 2, the Blue Zerg. He is
EnDerr.
from Team Liab Esports.
The national team, Liab Esports.
Yeah. So I hope Nuks will be doing something crazy now. I think this is his last chance, right?
Yeah, you know, the problem is it's really hard to take a big risk, but he didn't take a big risk on both games, and he got, you know, he's the one that had to deal with EnDerr, I think. So maybe he should do something a little different. Of course,
Yeah. I mean,
that's
like,
hard to say because EnDerr's kind of aggressive also. So
yeah.
it's like a lose-lose situation sometimes when you play someone who knows you and is better in every aspect, right? Macro, he's probably better in micro. He's experienced, you know. I think he's also faster. Who the heck knows? So it's really hard to catch one off of him.
Yeah.
I think you do need to have some really good mind games to take an edge. He did some sort of mind games when he pushed out with the roach in game 1. Lots of roaches, but EnDerr didn't fall for it. He actually made drones while he pushed, right? Like, yeah, you can't kill me anyway, so I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? So maybe the mind game is, alright, I'll pretend I'm pushing, but I'm actually gonna pretend I'm pretending to push. I'm actually going for it.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say. But in game 2, Nuks made a lot of mistakes. He lost his hatchery twice. The first time because he took a gamble. And maybe that's the gamble he wanted to do, right? He's like, alright, you can have that. I'm going to kill your hatch and keep pushing. But EnDerr was ready for it. That's the problem.
Yeah. And also, army size, EnDerr has like a few more links than Nuks. And Nuks here is trying to delay his third.
Yeah, that's
But yeah.
not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Only 2 lings. I think Nuks won the battle of the lings there. Because he killed it.
Yeah.
There's only 1 ling left from that. EnDerr's gonna push his queen up there to help out. There's 16 links coming from Nuks. He's gonna go for it. There you go. I like this. And actually, behind this, he is going to close off his choke with... Start closing it off. He's gonna go Roach. So, you know, you gotta do these kind of things, man. And he's actually pushing with the queen. And this is the expansion point he's taking. So here you go, EnDerr. Can you defend this many lings? Well, he already has his own lings. So...
Yeah.
Oh, man. And EnDerr might even win this part. With the queens there, you can't do much. So, that's fine. And Nuks was not all in, right? Worker-wise, they're pretty even still. So, that was just maybe a check to see if you're prepared, right? Because he didn't really commit. But EnDerr has Banelings.
While Nuks is going for roaches now.
Yeah, just pure roach. So, here you go. The Banelings, all about the Baneling hits here. If EnDerr wants to do real big damage, of course, there's two queens. He can just kind of focus on that. Roaches are here. He sacrifices one of the queens, but this is over. No need to fight. EnDerr does have 35 workers. And Nuks.
Okay.
Nuks is going for it. Okay.
Yep.
I like this. Look, EnDerr's forced to run away. When there's Banelings involved, he has to run back.
Get in.
And he's kind of in. I'm sorry, you know, I got that backwards. But he has to run back when there's roaches. His Banelings are kind of useless. And this is a nice big push by Nuks here. He's going to fight at the corner. The Lynx can't really surround him there. This is a good spot. Look at him hug the crevice.
Banelings are useless now, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of use him on a clump of roaches.
Unless he gets surrounded. Okay, there you go. He's back.
Yeah, there you go. And then, there you go. He does use the Banelings finally. This fight is not bad for Nuks because, you know, he is causing a lot of trouble there. Worker-wise, EnDerr's still ahead. Nuks is going to back off. EnDerr was able to hold him back.
Yeah. So EnDerr's ahead by worker count.
Oh, this is a big lead by worker count because he actually droned a lot.
Like
while
10.
defending. Oh, this is not good. Now, Nuks is looking for a counter here, hoping EnDerr will be out of position, but he's not. He's actually still in his base. So Nuks is like, "Are you?" Oh, he's gonna take a hit.
Ooh.
Oh, that was not a good. That was not a good gamble. And he's slowly losing control of this game, guys. Cause look at the worker count. He really needed those lings. So now he's behind both workers and army.
Yeah, by 10.
I think he should have backed off when he saw that base was defended, but he went for it. I think he's feeling a little desperate right now because EnDerr just seems like this mountain that you can't climb, you know? It's just like... Now, EnDerr's the one that's going to try something with these Banelings. And Nuks is going to... EnDerr's going to push on the right side with the rest. And then Nuks actually caught up a little bit with the workers. But he has to survive this attack. And he looked decent there. He looks decent. He's going to deflect that. But the Banelings, what's the Banelings going to do? The Banelings aren't going to do anything. Nice job, Nuks. But EnDerr, of course, as usual, gets another worker lead. You know? He just seems to know when to make workers. This is a good choke for Nuks.
So upgrades.
Yeah, Nuks has the upgrade. Nuks has the upgrade lead. And the army count is about the same. I think he probably should push. If he knows what we know, if the worker count is this big and you have about the same amount of army, and you have the upgrade lead, I'd say go fight. EnDerr knows this, and he solicits the help of his drones.
Just
The EnDerr's losing a
around.
lot of drones. 10 workers
that's
lost
not a thought.
to sacrifice. He doesn't want to, lose too much to the roaches, so I guess that's okay. But look, now Nuks takes the lead, and if Nuks, well, the worker count, man, it just keeps going back and forth. But Nuks has the upgrade lead, but not for long, because EnDerr now is gonna tie him up on the upgrades, because Nuks didn't actually make any more. Didn't start any upgrades.
Yeah, I can't help looking at it, but EnDerr's been banking a bit of minerals. Like he keeps like around 500 to 600. I'm not sure what is after. I think he's stacking up later.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a timing thing. It's like, all right, should I make 4 more roaches, 5 more roaches? Maybe not. And then I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe he's just a little off. But yeah, typically they don't bank that much. But yeah, this is not banking as much now.
Gets a kill.
Yeah, Nuxus has the lead now. Nux has the worker lead. But look at the army size by EnDerr, man. It's 101 to 66. EnDerr's looking to go kill. Now, this may end the game. If somehow Nux does this, I don't think it's possible. This is the part where you can substitute any player and it won't matter. And that will end the series, guys. Well, what a dominating 3-0 performance. I guess we'll just go interview the players now. Let's start with Nux. Hey Nux, how you doing? There you go. Nux is on. Let's chat with him really quick. Can you tell us about your games? One seemed like a really good game, really close. Game 2 didn't work out for you because you lost a hatchery twice. You took a gamble, right? And then game 3 was a little odd. Tell us about game 1 first, if you can, if you remember it. It was pretty good.
I think I lost. Wait, I think you went like fast layer before like +1.
Yeah, you went fast layer and you had the
didn't
spire.
see that. Yeah, I think if I just push, because I made roaches and I should have just committed it. So I think I should have just all in at that point because he already had lair. Second game, I just didn't see the links move out. So I was actually surprised when I see that tree was already dying. I didn't see the links.
I see. Okay, so that's what happened in
And
game
then-
2.
Yeah, I didn't see the links because like I was ahead by like 4 drones.
Yep.
So I just needed to defend the links instead of attacking.
Yeah, you were
And then
very
the
aggressive.
Yeah. And then the last game, I think, I don't know. Maybe it was like a build order loss, or I don't know.
Yeah, you were looking good last game. The third game.
I think all of the games were winnable for me. I just made minor mistakes, small mistakes.
Yeah, it's just game 2 was just double losing the hatchery twice. You actually left the game pretty early there because you knew you were too far behind. But game 1 was probably the closest, and you were right. When you were pushing with the roaches and you backed off, it looked like the classic, hey, I'm gonna force you to stop making workers, and then you backed off, right? And yeah. So anyway, look, you finished the season PSL with international players, top 4. Not a bad way to go. Congratulations on that. And we'll see you on the next one. You have any message for your team, your fans, and anyone else? You want to give your shout outs?
Shout out to my team, Genesis Gaming, and shout out to the CPH community. And hopefully I can show better games in the ESL Oceania qualifiers.
That's right. That's your next plan, huh? Those qualifiers and any other tournaments where you can hone in your skill with top-notch competition. So, all right. Good hearing from you. We'll talk to you later, Nux. And all right.
GG, thank you.
GG. All right. Now let's chat with last year's champion, last season's champion, and looking to go to the finals again. Nuks defeated by EnDerr right here. EnDerr, give us your commentary on how you think the games went. Games 1, 2, and 3. You know, we see everything, but sometimes we still can't tell what is going on because it's so fast, right? So, what are your thoughts? Game 1, 2, and 3, if you can.
I think game one I won the drone battle, and game two I think game two was it's the game I sniped the hatchery, right?
Yep, twice.
Yeah, so I think I got the lead with that. And at the third, I think I held the all in. So I think I was in a good shape. And again, I won the drone battle. Like I saturated my third faster. So I think that's why I won the.
Okay, there you go. And I'm sure you guys will be studying the replays, but that ZVZ sometimes is like that. It's really fast. Now you're gonna go into the finals, and you're gonna face a Protoss, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna face Bistork or Forjumi. Now I've seen you play Bistork many times. I don't think he's beaten you, but Forjumi looks formidable. What are your thoughts on the two opponents?
I think the Stork is a gimmicky player, and the other one, based on what I watch with his games versus Miyamaika, he is a macro player, so I think it's gonna be tough if I face Jimmy. So
so you're aiming for Jumi.
I'm not aiming actually for anyone. But I just think it will be harder for me if I face Jamie.
Okay.
Yeah, we watched the Forjumi Miyamaika game. In fact, I thought Miyamaika was the favorite on that, but you know, Miyamaika seemed like he was a little off, and he did really aggressive builds, almost all any type of builds, right? Do you agree with what my assessment on that? And maybe Forjumi's just really good with defense, or?
Yeah, I think Jimmy is just a good straight up macro, so I think you have to be more greedy, I guess, to beat that kind of play style, or go to the extreme cheese tactics. Like if you go halfway, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, and we saw him go air on all the games, and when we saw Miyamaika play, he didn't really do the traditional spreading creep, you know, droning up type of thing. He was really aggressive in all the games. But that's him. And then Bistork, you have plenty of experience. But let's go now and ask you about the state of the game. What are your thoughts on the state of the game? Zerg versus Protoss in general. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do actually. I think it's fun because for Protoss, I guess, because you can do a lot of things. And as for Zerg, you're just forced to react on whatever Protoss is doing. Like, I feel like Protoss has the advantage because he's the one who controls like, whatever will happen to the game. If he goes for Void Ray, you are forced to expand and be defensive, I guess.
Good point.
If he goes for Mass Adepts, you're forced to defend again. Like, it's always it's always the first move for Protoss.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'm explaining myself.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah,
That's it's good to hear similar sentiments on that, and then especially on for Jumi. For me, in my opinion, I think you're pretty ready for Bistork, and then you're gonna game plan for for Jumi also. So you have about a week to be ready, and then maybe you can be the repeat champ. But congrats on going to the finals once again. And you can give us some shout outs now. You know, your friends, family, team, and anyone else, your fans.
Yeah, shout out to the people watching. Shout out to Storm. Thank you for the tournament. Thank you for my team, Liab and SPH. And what else? I think that's it.
Great. All right. Well, great seeing you once again, and we'll be back next week, tomorrow for the semifinals, Protoss versus Protoss. I don't think there's much to gain from watching that for you, because it's Protoss versus Protoss. So we'll see you next time. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So that'll do it, guys. That is Cav EnDerr, the champ last season, looking to repeat. We have the semis tomorrow. Yeah, let's take a quick peek. Do you have the graphic for tomorrow? I think you do. Let's go show that real quick on screen, guys. So hang tight. We'll be right back with a quick chat on the semis. We had a fast series here, so we have a little bit of time, so no rush. So we'll be right back, guys, for that. So we'll be right back with a little video.
All right.
So far, Skate again sitting on top, but there are plenty of rounds left to fight for the top spot in that one. The European Development Championship finished up their group stage, determined their top 8 for Season 3, who will continue to battle it out this coming week. The first season of Republic began this week with 4 teams sitting up at 2-0. 3 more rounds left to determine who gets to the playoffs. And of course, we've got the Fun Spark Ulti finishing up their 2020 season with a stellar grand finals that BIG was able to take 3-2 over Extra Salt.
Consistent problem, doubling down and OC trading. It's left on to just one player and one player only. Zorty dead to
That wraps up the CSGO action this week. Next week isn't any less packed though, so stay posted. Keep you up to date on all the big Counter-Strike events. Next up is Dota 2, where the Dota Pro circuit had 6 different regional events going on this week, each split into upper and lower divisions. We've got China, North America, South America, Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, and Western Europe. Right now, each region has started their round-robin phase. There's still too many matches to go to have any concrete results. Teams in the lower divisions are fighting for a chance to get into the upper divisions, where the top teams get placed into the majors and either the playoffs, the group stage, or the wild card stage.
He's just continuing the chase all the way into the base. He takes down everybody. Protecting ILTW, but the Omni Slash is sticking with mind control. He can't run. Mickey, he stays on top of him. Mickey has had his mana burned away. He delivers himself 3 mangoes to try and deal with this one. The snowball rolling on through. They're going to deal with Mickey. See if they can punch him up. See if they can possibly break the coil, but they can't quite do it. They're burning him out, but he pops the mangoes, pops the spin, and now ILTW's in trouble. As the AoE damage comes raining in, he pops the doppelganger, dodge the God's Ryu, but they found the real one almost instantly. Taiga laying out the pure damage. Mickey hot on his toes. They try and get him out. Doppelganger, the spear doesn't quite land, but one final shot. No! And Decrepify, they're actually going to get him back to safety, but will it matter? With the BKB. And Ishki trying to drain the mana out of these heroes, but I don't think that's enough. Ishki just fought back and...
Hey guys, what's up, guys? We're back. All right, so I saw something on the chat, right, about interviewing the players. Now remember, it's optional for them to stay and be interviewed. In PSL, actually, a lot of them like to be interviewed even if they lose. So it's totally optional. They, a lot of them do leave. Some leave, but a lot stay, and they want to be interviewed anyway. So we do that. So that's a unique concept here. Totally optional. We know how that goes. Usually, players that lose don't want to be interviewed. If you're new to the channel, you would have seen that like even Kas, when he lost the game, he stayed for the interview. I'm surprised. So he was very graceful about it, and it was really cool. And he gave us some insight of why he think he lost and all that, So the good news is, like I said, is optional. It would be bad if you made them stay. Right? It would be really bad. So anyway, guys, we're gonna show you the matchup for tomorrow, and there it is, guys. It's Germany's for Jumi, although Protoss is misspelled on that one. And then it'll be Bistork from Hong Kong, a PvP. Now, I don't know how that's gonna go. I feel like for Jumi has really good defense. It's PvP though, so you never really know, right? Bistork, didn't he upset somebody pretty good? He beat Kaz, and then he beat someone else that was pretty good. So it's going to be. It's not a guaranteed thing. I don't know if Forjumi is heavily favored, right? So that'll be tomorrow, same time, and then the winner there faces EnDerr in the finals. So that'll be really good. Now, what are your thoughts on that game? It's a best of 5.
Well, Bistork is really strong against PvT. So he killed a lot of Terrans this season. So since he's facing Forjumi, which is a really good player against PvP, I think maybe this is Forjumi for me.
Yeah, I think Forjumi is favored, but you never know. Look, PvP is weird. If you guys ever play it, you know, it can really turn. So we'll find out. So see you guys tomorrow at 10. Our cast is very short tonight because the games were really fast. It was a 3-0, and then of course it's a ZVZ. So tomorrow's PvP, who knows? But because of this, I think next time we'll just do both semifinals in the same night. So,
correct.
Why not, right? So guys, appreciate you guys hanging out and watching this. See you tomorrow, same time for the semis, and then a week after that will be the finals, starting at the same time. So yeah, no, it won't conflict with GSL or anything because, right? I think
it's a day before, right?
Yeah, it's a day before. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Good seeing you. Good morning in the other side of the world. Talk to you guys later. Peace out. GG's.